अभी तो मैंने स्ट्रीमिंग स्टार्ट कर दी है। हुआ क्या स्टार्ट? अच्छा, hello and good evening everyone. Is I audible? अच्छा, okay. Ankur, Sunita, Rajesh, good evening. Good evening Ankur. अच्छा, just wait for a minute. Let others also join. Then we will start. Okay. Anyone attended my class earlier or have seen my class? Anyone? अच्छा, Ankur. Okay. All right then. So in this session, I'll not start means any particular topic. Today I'm just going to discuss the syllabus, right? And how we are going to do all this economy part of your grade B exam, right? And apart from this grade B, we are also going to conduct some separate session for SEBI exam, because SEBI exam also asks some microeconomic topics. So we will do those topics separately for SEBI. Here in this session, we are going to focus only on RBI Grade B exam and related syllabus. And you know that the syllabus is very wide, right? And apart from objective question, there is a subjective question, and even in the interview, the economic questions are going to dominate, right? Especially the current economic questions are going to dominate. And this is one of the common question by the students ki how to approach this descriptive part and how to approach this objective part. See, the thing is, first you have to approach correctly with the subject. If you are going to approach correctly with the subject, I don't think so ki you are going to face any difficulty. You are going to face any difficulty in the subject, right? And for objective questions, you have to do a lot of practice, right? And in the descriptive part, if your concepts are clear, you know some basic data of particular topic, then again you have to go for some practice and you are able to write a good answers, right? So what we are going to do first, I'll teach you this subject, I'll give you the basic idea, I will make you confident in the subject, and once you feel little bit confident, right, then we will go for objective questions wherever it is required, and especially for the descriptive part we will go for it. But it is very important, like in the very first session, students do start asking, sir, how to write a descriptive part, how to approach. I'll deal with that. But first of all, what we have to do, we have to learn the subject. Because see, answer writing, right? The answer writing, the descriptive writing, it need both, right? The writing skill as well as content. and specifically in context of your exam, the content is more important than writing skills, because nature of the question is little bit straightforward, right? And why I'm saying the little bit straightforward, because I'm comparing this exam, means your descriptive part, with the UPSC mains exam. Why? Because the syllabus is almost same. Even you have more syllabus than those people who are appearing in the UPSC, especially in the context of economics. Not the entire syllabus, though their syllabus is the biggest syllabus, but in context of economy, you have more syllabus to cover, right? So our first approach will be what? We have to go for proper understanding of the subject. Once we are going to have a proper understanding of the subject, then we will gradually focus on how to write and how to approach the questions. I will take your questions also. Okay, so first let's see your syllabus, right? So if you will see your syllabus, so what I did, I have just divided the syllabus in different part, right? Maybe they have given the scattered syllabus, but I have categorized the syllabus in different section, and how we are going to do this section, I'll explain today. Then I'll take the proper topic from tomorrow onwards. I'll start the topic, right? So this is your syllabus: Indian financial system, union budget, growth and development, inflation, about Indian economy, then Indian banking system, fine, Indian banking system, then there is a corporate governance in the banking sector, development of financial institution, then financial market, globalization, social structure. So these are the part of your syllabus, right? But the thing is, if you will see the entire syllabus, three core topics are there, right? Three core topics. If you understand these three core topics, then other part of the syllabus you are automatically going to cover it. Means you have to develop the confidence in three main topics. One is the RBI related things, that is RBI monetary policy, how the central banks work, how central bank is going to work. So the first thing, you have to understand the central banking, right? In context of understanding this in the entire economy, you have to understand central banking. Apart from central banking, you have to understand budgeting. Apart from the budgeting, third thing you have to focus, that is balance of payment, right? So even some people will also say that national income is also a very important part. So I said yes, but national income, the concept of GDP, the topic itself is important. But in order to understand the entire subject of the economy, these are the core topics: central banking, government budgeting, and balance of payment. So central banking is related to what? How the money flows in the system. Means your local currency, right? How your local currency play an important role in your economy, right? So this is going to with what? Central banking. Whereas when we talk about the budgeting, how government play the role in the economic system. So this is about what? This is about budgeting. So budgeting is going to let you know how government intervene the entire economic system. Okay. I'll take all of your questions. I'll take all of your questions. Uh, just wait. I'll give you the chance to ask the question. Just listen me first right now. So that is why I'm going to put the phone in my pocket right now. I'm not going to look towards the questions. First, listen me very carefully. Then I'll take your questions. Right. In today's session, I'm not going to take, just give you the idea how to approach the subject, what things we have to do, all the things I'm going to let you know. So I was telling you, in order to understand the subject, develop the confidence to attempt objective questions, write the descriptive answer by typing, and most importantly, at the time of interview with confidence, give those answers, right? So for that, these are the three fundamental things you have to keep in your mind with conceptual clarity, right? No need to try to mug up. Yes, there are certain questions which are based on facts, but the thing is, the facts you are able to retain in your mind when you feel that the topic is interesting and you are able to know that, right? So like let's give an example of movie, right? So who played the character of Iron Man, right? Robert Downey Jr. So those people who have interest in the Iron Man and the Marvel world, they are able, immediately they can say, even they are going to feel offended. Sir, how you can ask this such kind of silly question? Iron Man means Robert Downey Jr. There is no doubt about that. Fine. But if you will ask the same question with that guy who have never seen such kind of movies, science fiction, or that person do not have an interest, and you have to tell them, see, this is going to be the part of your syllabus. You have to know that who is the Stanley, the Marvel world, right? And how many characters are there. It is going to be very difficult for him. Why? Because he is not having any interest in the sci-fi movie and all these characters. He will try to mug up. And in the exam, he is going to get confused. Whether it was Mark Ruffalo or Robert Downey Jr. who played the role of whom? Who played the role of Iron Man. So for him, it is going to be very difficult. But the guy who is very keen and he loves that thing, for him it is just piece of cake. Fine. So this is what I am trying to make you understand is, you first try to develop confidence in the subject. And that is going to happen when you know the basic concepts, how things are happening, why they are happening, what is an objective. So conceptual clarity is the prerequisite. Once you will have a conceptual clarity, then you are going to enjoy the subject and you are able to recall even the typical facts which are generally very difficult to recall, especially in the examination like condition, right? So this is how I do, means how I teach. I'll always focus on basic fundamentals. Understood, sir? आप कराते ही नहीं हो, facts नहीं कराते हो. But मेरा idea means my idea is what, if you will focus on the concept, you will automatically able to retain the facts. Though I am going to provide you the facts, all these things, but just giving an kind of example. So the central banking is going to let us know ki how this money moves in our economy. ये क्या बात है भाई, क्यों परेशान कर रहा हूँ यार? How it is going to move in your, नहीं मारेगा. अच्छा, okay, no issues. So how money moves in your economy, it is going to be understood by the central banking concept. Then the government's role, how the government do play the role in the economy, right? So it is going to be RBI, how the money is going to move. But it is government. It is government which is going to play not only the movement of money, but also the movement of demand, supply, right? Investments and savings. All these things are going to play a very important, means all these things need a proper role play by whom? Government. And government do these things through what? Budgeting, right? Government budgeting. So these two things. Then because India is a kind of a country who have its interaction with all over the world, means in economic terms we call it India is an open economy, who do the transactions, financial transactions with all over the world, right? So this is why there is an inflow of foreign currencies. Inflow of foreign currencies. For that I am just using the symbol of dollar. The inflow of foreign currencies in the Indian economy and outflow of foreign currencies from the Indian economy, right? So how this work, how the rupee value got changed, if the rupee is going to be depreciated, how it is going to work, why India deliberately not try to save the depreciation of the rupee, or sometimes desperately trying to save. All these things, once you understand how this exchange rate work, why only in the certain way it is worked, then the business with the outside world is going to be clear. So these three topics: balance of payment, budgeting, and central bank. Central banking, these are the three important topics from the point of view of conceptual understanding, conceptual clarity, right? Yes, again, apart from that, you can also add the national income, and under the national income, the concept of GDP, right? So this is also important, but most important role play by these three topics, or sometimes because of these three, there is a economic situation known as trilemma, not dilemma, trilemma. So we will discuss all this thing. But I just want to let you know that when we are going to do these three topics, we have to be very focused, should not miss the class, do the proper revision, right? So that you will have the conceptual clarity. And when I'll take the syllabus, I'll try to do these three topics first. Whatever is your syllabus, as I mentioned that this is your syllabus, right? This is your syllabus, but I will explain each and everything in the syllabus. Like it is, you can see that the Indian financial system, union budget, growth and development, then the concept of inflation is there, then about Indian economy, economic history of India, changes in the industrial and labor policies, all these things are there. Then again, the banking system of the India, commercial banking is there. All these topics I am going to cover, right? I am going to cover all these topics with all minute to minute details. I am going to cover here so that you cannot miss anything in your exam. But again, these three topics, which three topics? Central banking, budgeting, and third is balance of payment. These three topics are the most important topics, right? So first we will try to cover with those topics, and then we will proceed further, fine, and we will cover the syllabus. So before proceeding further, let's take your questions. Acha, Ankur, yes sir, live chat. Why live chat is not coming? Acha. Sayan Paul is asking, sir, any prerequisite for non-economic background student? No, there is no prerequisite. There is no prerequisite. Fine. Just follow the class, lectures, do the revision, attend the question. That's it. Nothing else. Ashutosh, hello sir. So glad you are back. Achha, thank you. Vishal, for by heart question answer, which book we have to refer so that we can write descriptive answer properly? Vishal, I am the book. I am the book. I am going to let you know each and everything. I will make sure that you are going to be very confident when you are reading the newspaper, even the hardest topic, like how this political economy is there, like what is happening in the G20 right now. Modi ji is in Indonesia. How that international polity is going to impact your economy, how the international economy is going to impact your economy, and how our economy is going to impact the entire world. So whatever the critical topic, whatever the complex topics we are going to do here, and you are never going to be feel like that if this topic will come, how I am going to write an answer. It's not going to happen. Don't worry. So there is no need to go for any particular book, because see what happens when you are going to read that particular book, and especially if you will see the RBI exam, right? Even not only just an RBI, even the UPSC exam, there are very few books which are going to target UPSC exam, right? Though there are the good number of, means large number of the books, but there are only few books which are being referred by the students. Even they are not very good, right? I teach those students also, so I'm telling you that is even not good. And when we talk about the RBI, you will not find any good book. No good book is there, because that is not targeted audience for those writers. And those writers who are writing very good book, they are mostly writing for academic students, like who are doing their graduation, post graduation, or they are appearing in the exams like UPSC exam, or they are non-fictional books like Raghuram Govindarajan writing his book, and Who Moved My Interest Rate, D. Subbarao wrote his book, right? So many of them, they have wrote that book, but the perspective is different. They are not going to keep you in mind ki my book is going to be read by such students who are going to appear in the RBI Grade B exam, so I have to focus the need of that exam, right? So there is no such book with such kind of mindset ki while writing the book, if I am going to write book, for example, so I am going to write for which exam? If I am going to write for an RBI Grade B exam, then I have to focus that thing only, right? I am not going to deal all those things. I am going to deal with whatever is in your syllabus. So there is no such book. So this is why I will never recommend you refer any book. Yes, if you want, if means like you understood the basic fundamentals of the economy and you have a habit of reading, right? You love reading, then you can ask me, I'll suggest very good books to read. Okay, Vishal. So we can get the class notes which you write on the screen, because the typed notes in the course, there is less information than your class. Acha, Adarsh, yeah, this is one of my biggest problem. I admit it. In the last time, what happened, I was not able to provide those things. Right. For this time, I will provide the notes. Even if Ashok sir is also listening, he is going to focus on that part, because I accept कि I told that Ashok sir and other students I will provide, but I was failed to provide. But this time, what I am going to do, side by side, I'll share whatever I am going to annotate on the board, plus some other notes I'm also going to provide from my side, along with the lectures. Right, along with the lectures I will provide. No need to worry. So, typed notes. See, typed notes, like, see, when students say that, sir, typed notes are not good. Actually, typed notes are sometimes, economy is a very dynamic subject. Things are going to change very rapidly, right? So this is why sometimes what happened, whatever it is in the fixed text, that is going to be maybe irrelevant after some point of time, and correcting those texts is one of the means. Writing a new book is much easier. Writing a new book is much easier in comparison to what? Editing the existing one. Editing the existing one. It's very difficult, right? So I feel that whatever is there, just have those static part, right? Other things I'll handle. Any other question? Thank you, Ashutosh, for having trust on me. Any other question before I will proceed further? Any doubt if you have in your mind with respect to the subject, with respect to me, my teaching, whatever you want to ask me, because once I will go in with the topic, then I will focus on topic. So today you have complete freedom. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask me. Sir, is this your first class? Yes, today is my first class. Means this is the kind of introduction you cannot miss. I typically say that it is not a proper class, it is just an introductory session with you. and me, right? Teacher and student, the kind of introductory session. Proper class I'll start tomorrow. So it's just a teaser, even not proper trailer, just a teaser. Vinash, acha. Yes sir, for revision for class, annotation notes will be best. Yes, I'll provide. Sir, are these classes are going to continue on YouTube or the website? Ashutosh, I think few classes are going to be available on YouTube, then later on it will be moved to the app. This is what I feel. Darshani, is it necessary to follow economic news on daily course or the course is sufficient? Course is sufficient. In the course itself, Crack Grade B is going to provide you all the related thing, right? But I'll always suggest keep reading the newspaper so you can remain in touch. You will be remain in the momentum, right? Once you stop reading the newspaper, you are detached, right? You are detached. So the thing is ki you should read the newspaper. Maybe while reading the newspaper, many things you are not able to understand. Don't worry about it. Even this happened with me also. Sometimes the new term will come and I have to check those terms ki in what context it is used. If somebody is saying that ki I am the God, I don't need to refer the material, other things, they are making you fool, or they do not understand ki they are fool. Right, so it is never like that ki you need not to refer, you know each and everything. I personally feel that ki sometimes even I have to refer the material. Right, I read the 3 newspaper, but sometimes this happen. Right, so don't worry when you are a new person and you are not able to understand many things which is being in the newspaper, but keep reading so that you will be in touch. And once the classes are going on, you are able to understand many things. Right, and gradually you will develop your overall understanding and you will enjoy the newspaper reading. Fine, so keep reading the newspaper, but other things we are going to provide. George, I'll recommend rather than going for the old videos, right? Old videos, you should focus on this new session with the new approach and many things which was not there last time. They are here and they are playing the dominant role. Like when the last time I taught all those things, then RBI was not having too much problems like inflation control. But if you will see for last 6 months, inflation is out of the bracket. That 6% bracket is already breached, and still RBI is not able to make it inside the bracket. So there are certain things which was not discussed at that point of time because they was completely irrelevant for last past means. If I'll go back to where? If I'll go back to this in 2021. So in 2021, while taking the class, I ignore few things because what I feel that when I was discussing in the month of October, I feel that this thing, which is maybe completely irrelevant before October and for next 4 months, it is going to be irrelevant. So I have not emphasized on that thing. Maybe I taught, but I have not emphasized on that thing. But maybe this time in 2022 in November, maybe those things are going to be what? Going to be more relevant. So there will be some differences. And then you feel that, sir, why sir is not discussing these things? So this is why I'll recommend that you should follow the new lectures rather than going for the previous ones. Till then, if you want, you can continue. If you are watching right now, you can continue. But from here, I'll request you should go with the new ones. Yes, my dear. Yes, Adarsh. I am going to take ESI and finance both. Ankur, I am open for that. I have no issues. General doubt session I'll take. Achha, how much time it is required? See, how much? One thing, sir. Your explanation on that video was very excellent. Please guys follow. Acha, thank you. Acha, regarding timeline, uh, I'll tell you from my bottom of heart, I generally do not target the time. You can say that that is my weak point, or sometimes I feel that my strong point. Why? Because I feel that when you are going to focus too much on time, too much, I'm using the word too much, then you are more and more intended towards the finishing the syllabus, right? And you are not going to do the justice with those topics which are very fundamental and very basic for the understanding and developing the confidence in the student. But at the same time, I cannot say that key for that purpose key to make you understand I completely miss that thing, right? So my plan is what key before you are going to appear in the exam, at least 1 month in advance I will finish those things, right? Or even little bit earlier I will finish those things. Tentative date, suppose that tentative date, any tentative date of your exam, because I do not remember those things. Can anyone give me the kind of tentative date? Any tentative date? April. Acha. So if the April is the date, like so in before your exam date, minimum at least 35 to 40 days in advance, I'll finish the syllabus. If required, I'll increase the duration of the class and I'll finish the syllabus. And then I'll go for quick revision of all those things. And we'll take certain questions also in order to make you understand how to handle such kind of typical questions, right? And if you have any question, you can also send me so that I can take those questions in the question answer session, like somebody is suggesting sir, doubt sessions. Sneha is in that February March notification. So target is like at the time of notification, right? Or just 1 month. It means you can keep this thing in your mind before your exam, minimum 30 days in advance I will finish it, so that you can get the proper time to do your own revision, and I also try to do the revisions for you. Any other question? Actually, in the last session, I took the classes on that desktop, right? And this is the first time I'm taking all this setup, right? So, maybe little bit I'm not very comfortable with this kind of setup because I was used to do that on the desktop while annotating on this software. But in 2-3 days, we will means especially I am going to be used to with it because I am going to do a lot of practice on it. And yes, one more thing. If like certain things is going to happen, means many things are going happening right now, like RBI, government is coming with certain things, international arena, a lot of things are happening. So I'll make some explanatory video about those things, which may be not very important from the exam point of view, but it is very good things to understand to make yourself aware of what is happening, why it is happening, and you will enjoy the subject. Acha, all doubts got over, sir. Keep rocking. Actually, big fan of you. Thank you, George. Sir, in this setup, will you talk like मित्रों, भाइयों बहनों? Today we are going to start our economic topic. So I will be like that only. I am not going to change. Even here I am going to have more freedom to go a little bit forward, backward, here and there, because in that setup I have to sit for 1 hour. Here I am able to move here and there. So I am going to enjoy this one with you. Acha. Now, let's come back to the topic. So, what I told you is three things are very fundamental for overall understanding of this subject. One was central banking, another is government, budgeting, and third is balance of payment. Balance of payment. In short, most of the time it is known as BOP. BOP. Okay. So, acha, those students who are from non-economic background, right? They feel little bit nervous when some typical technical term will come and they are unaware of that. They are unaware of that. So, I will suggest you, don't not hesitate. If you have any doubt, right, ask me, I'll clarify. During the class and even when the class is going to be over, I'll take 5 to 10 minutes extra and I'll explain those things. So never hesitate to learn, right? And even if you means anybody remember that for me always I feel that what? For my teachers I was an idiot, or in Hindi they're called gadha, right? Gadha, you gadha. So for my teachers I was always a gadha, and for me my students are always gadha. So I'm not expecting anything ki you know this thing, and if you are going to ask me I'll say that ki yaar tumhe itna bhi nahi aata, you don't know even this silly things. I never feel that. You have a doubt? Ask me. If the class pace is getting disturbed, because why it is getting disturbed, because you are not able to understand that thing in one go or two times, then I'll explain after the class, means when the proper class is over, I'll continue. You can ask me, I'll explain. No worries. Okay, so no need to worry. Acha, one thing what I was thinking, is it okay for you to watch these classes with having a notebook in your hand, so that sometimes if it is required, I can dictate few things to you? Let me know. I'm not going to dictate each and everything, but sometimes what I'm drawing a diagram, right? What I'm drawing a diagram, even you just have a paper and pen in your hand while taking the class, so that you will be remain concentrated, because it's like that. It is not a kind of a show going on ki have a chips or food and while eating and doing other things I'm watching the lecture. I need proper attention from you. You have to pay the proper attention, and to make yourself in the discipline, this is what I'm suggesting ki sometimes I'll dictate few things, right, which you can write in your notebook, right? Not too many things, a half page or one page, maximum to maximum. Huh. Because you are going to feel more connected with the subject and the teaching. This is why I'm suggesting, because generally in this online teaching setup, PowerPoint presentation and annotation, all these are going to be available, but you will get a kind of a proper class feeling like we do in the offline classes. You are going to have those feelings. So this is why I'm suggesting ki always have a notebook. So sometimes I'll dictate few things and you can note it down. Even while annotating on the board, I'll suggest you that you can make the diagram in your notebook. Okay? Huh. So these are the three topics which are going to be the pillar of your entire understanding of this subject and to clear this exam. They are going to play the very key role. Though apart from that, like financial market, right? Financial market and then national income, and it is also going to be play important role. And when we are going to do the ESI, agriculture, social issues, all these things are also going to be there, and they are also important. But they are not like that ki if you don't know those topics, right, you are not able to understand anything. These are the topics where your understanding is going to play a very important role to understand the entire subject. Sneha is a kind of first session. I'm not going to teach, as I'm telling again and again, I'm not going to teach. From tomorrow onwards, I'll teach and I'm going to announce which topic I'm going to start from tomorrow. Okay, so this is why again and again I'm emphasizing these topics are going to play an important role, and I am going to start with what? The concept of central banking. The so-called in the syllabus, there is a topic in your syllabus. What? The topic is what? The topic is Indian financial system. Topic is Indian financial system. So typically we are going to start this section, the Indian financial system, and you can see that the evolution of Indian financial system. Actually, when we study the evolution of Indian financial system, our focus is going to be the evolution of central banking, that is RBI, and how the other institutions like banking started in India, how British played that role, and then Indian came in the forefront and they played an important role for establishing such an institution. All these things I am going to study, means I am going to teach you. Regulators of banking and financial institutions, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Reserve Bank of India, structure of Indian banking system. Right, so this is about the Indian financial system. But here, when we will go here, like Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so the Reserve Bank of India, in the vicinity of Reserve Bank of India, we are going to understand the entire evolution of Indian banking system and all other related things. Any reference book to study by sir? No, no book. No book is required. I am the book, I am the material, I am everything, don't worry. Sir, is there any Telegram group for the students who have taken the course? Telegram group will be formed very soon. Right. I'll discuss with Ashok sir and I'll request him to form a group for the students who have taken the course, so that if they have any requirement on it, that can be addressed there. So we will do that. बट टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में होता क्या है ना, टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में काम की बातें शुरू में होती हैं. Initially when the group is going to be formed, there are some good things are going to be happen. Then every kind of the group is going to have same story. Ki finally admin is going to be get frustrated and he is going to make that ki admin only. Then again students are going to request, sir we will not do that thing. Then again it is going to be open and then again is going to be closed. It is the story of all, I think almost all Telegram group. But despite knowing this thing, we will definitely create a group, right? Don't worry. The problem with the in the grouping is like means don't take it otherwise, means others means I'm not trying to target you, don't worry, means don't take it in otherwise. But there is always a problem about the alpha male and alpha female. They feel that ki this is going to be happen, this should be happen. They'll try to create a kind of view ki what other guys are thinking. अरे यार पढ़ाई करो, ठीक है, पढ़ाई करो, पढ़ाई से related जो भी है, focus on that thing, rest leave it, ठीक है. So I'll tell you, there are the many guys who are almost inactive. Even I don't know they was in the group, last Telegram group, and they got selected. They got selected, right? They are never being there. Means I'm not saying that ki those who are there, they are not got selected. They also got selected. I'm not saying this ki you are active on the social group, you are not getting selected. It's not like that. What I'm trying to say is ki even in the group there are some people who are like they are remain silent. They are very low profile and they got selected. They are always focusing on the right information, right? So if you are part of any social grouping, sometimes some message will come and that will tempt you to reply or write something. And when it is going to tempt you to write or reply, hold it. Don't do that thing. Don't do that thing. When you are going to tempt to write or reply, hold it. Never do that thing, and you will be remain calm and cool, and you will remain patient, and always keep an eye on the important messages, right? Replying and type means replying the things is the least thing you have to prefer in the grouping. Okay. Don't keep it interactive. Just keep posting updates. That means if we will not do that thing, then people will request. So let that thing happen. If something will happen, we will say it. No issues. Siddhant, I'm still watching your past years videos on course. Acha. Okay, means you can keep watching, but I'll suggest ki if the new session is available, right? New season is there, right? Okay. The previous season is also interesting, but this one is going to be more interesting with very interactive way of teaching, right? So you are going to enjoy this one also. But up to you, if you want to go with that one, you can go with that one. My suggestion is go with this, the ongoing session. Acha, just let me, just a curiosity. Tell me, means from where you are, from which part of the India you are. I am from actually Hyderabad. Right now I'm in Hyderabad. So all of you from where you are. Kerala, Gujarat, Bengal, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, Saharanpur, Jamshedpur, Maharashtra. Good. Kadapa, Tamil Nadu, Aligarh. Acha, Tashni, you are posted in Raigad. Okay, good. Alright, so tomorrow we will start a proper first class. This is just an introductory session because Ashok sir, I used to say Ashok ji. So, अच्छा, सी अशोक सर की मतलब बोलते हैं ना कि नाम ही ले रहा था और उनका मैसेज भी आ गया कि देयर इज अ मैनेजमेंट क्लास. अच्छा, अच्छा, okay, George. I'll make that thing. No issues. No worries, no worries. Even if I'm going to use the Hindi, just remind me. I'll try to restrain myself. I'll not make think you will be feel means you are not able to get it. So I'll mind it. Don't worry. So acha, there is a management class at 9 p.m. Just Ashok ji informed me. So the thing is that was an introductory session. From tomorrow onwards, sharp 8, we will start the class. And the first topic is Indian financial system. If you have notes, whatever, if you want, you can read. But those who don't know anything, there is no need to worry. We will start from very fresh and you are going to understand each and everything. No worries. Class followed by last 5 to 10 minutes doubt session. Okay? So I'm winding this introductory session. It is just an introductory session. Again, I am just repeating. I have not taught anything. Just have given the perspective about the subject. Took your questions. From tomorrow onwards, I'll start the topic. Basically, central banking, or in other words, we can say the Indian financial system. Okay. So thank you very much for joining this introductory session. From tomorrow, we will start the first class. All right. Thank you all of you. Good night.